Okay, we're gonna go ahead and take care of our straps. So I'm going to need 2 straps for the waist ties and then a strap for the necktie. So to get it ready, we're gonna take and we're gonna fold it right sides or those pretty sides together. This way, when we are flipping it, we won't see any seams. So once I have it folded together, matching those edges as best as possible, I'm going to press it to get kind of a crease line. And it's always good to pin layers of fabric together so that when we're sewing, they don't shift and twist. So I'm just going to put a couple pins and I'm going to put it where the opening comes together. I'm going to pin it on that side. So I'm going to pin my pins perpendicular to that edge. I usually do like 3 or 4 along the length of my strap. Okay, and I went ahead and repeated that same step, pressing your straps right sides together and pinning them for so that we're ready to sew. Okay, to sew our straps, what we need to do is we're going to be sewing on the edges that are the opening. We don't need to sew on the folded edge because it's already together. So we just need to sew on this opposite side. We are going to sew down the length of one of our, the long length of our strap, and then we're going to do one of the short ends. So we're going to sew this at 5/8 of an inch. So I'm going to line it up with the 5/8 inch mark. I'm going to come in just a little bit so that I can backstitch up to the top. This helps so that it doesn't like bunch up your fabric and get stuck in the needle stitch plate. So I'm just going to hold my threads, hold my backstitch button, and I'm going to stitch backwards. Okay, now that I'm up to the edge, I'm going to just sew straight down. Remember, when you get to pins, you're going to take them out. Okay, when your fabric gets to the edge of the metal plate, I'm going to pivot. So I'm going to turn my hand wheel so my needle goes into my fabric. I'm going to lift up my presser foot, and then I'm going to change directions, and then I'm going to lower my presser foot down. This is on my short side that I'm just going to sew to the folded edge. Okay, I'm at my folded edge, so I'm going to hold my back stitch button and I'm going to go back 2 or 3 stitches. So there you can see I have my back stitch and I have pivoted on my corner, and then I've sewn at 5/8 inch the length of my stitch, and I back stitched when I start. So I'm going to repeat that for my other 2 straps.